So look at these two wild hyenas right here. They're the subject of this article, which also has a video embedded in it. Two daycare workers charged with child abuse after authorities say video shows one throwing child into a cabinet. And we're going to get to see that. First, before we get into that, let's take a moment to see if you might hit me with a like and subscribe on this video. And could you hit that notification bell as well? We definitely would love if you got the notification so you could come back for the next videos. Some of my engagement is randomly low on some videos next to my subscriptions that are going up, but people coming back and even viewing videos is not very high. Maybe if you have the notification turned on, you'll get that and you'll be able to come back. With that, let's return to the program. So we have this video here from ABC News, I believe it is. Yes, it's definitely ABC News. And we will take a look at it and then discuss.
Care teacher accused of dragging a 3-year-old in St. Louis and throwing her into a cabinet, and what the surveillance then revealed. We warn you, this is disturbing, and here's Lindsay Davis.
An investigation tonight into this alarming video of a preschool teacher grabbing a 3-year-old girl by the hand, then throwing her across the room. The little girl hits her head so hard it splits open. She's then rushed to the hospital by ambulance where she gets stitches and stayed for 3 days. The teacher reportedly sent a note home to her parents claiming she fell. The family
clearly just savage behavior. And what's going to really be appalling is what follows next. This lady just sends a note home, but the rest of the administration at the school did nothing about the fact that a child in their care head has been busted wide open. And let's hear why. It's going to be really ridiculous.
They requested to look at the surveillance video because they had trouble understanding how their daughter could have sustained such a severe injury as a result of a fall.
It wasn't until...
Why didn't the school administrator have that same reaction? How could this have happened so easily? How could her head be just busted open because she fell? And what is the danger that led to the fall? And what do we need to do to possibly correct any impediments in the walkway or behaviors that are happening that caused this fall? She doesn't bother to stop and look at the videotape that she knows she has, to figure out those questions until the parents come to the school and question her about it.
5 days after the incident that the daycare director watched the video. She then fired the teacher. While reviewing that video, police say they found a second incident where another worker grabbed a child's arm so hard the worker's nails punctured the child's skin. Both workers are no longer there, and police tell us that they're finishing up their investigations into both cases and that charges are likely. David?
All right, Lindsay Davis tonight. Lindsay, thanks.
So what the sisterhood will tell us and all of the bleeding hearts will tell us, oh, these sisters, we just have to come up with any excuse for them. White supremacy did it. Oppression made them do it. Racism makes black women fat. That's their argument as well. Not only does it make them fat, I'm sure racism and all the microaggressions made these black women assault these black children in the way that they do. Just see how nasty she is. Just look how nasty this one beast even looks. Look at this beast. Doesn't care about herself. Knotty head just looks like trash. Not even trying. Eats like there's no tomorrow. This one wants to look pretty, but she's taking a mug shot for having abused a child, and she has this arrogant smug on her face. This is the level of bedevilment that we're often having to deal with the attitudes of too many black women out here. And they want to tell us that what a bang up job that they're doing of leading the community, and they're doing it all by themselves, and all women are a 10. And why would black men be going overseas to look for wives? Here's the young women that are options here. Here you go. Here you go. It's somebody surprised that a man would go elsewhere for companionship, and especially for love, for a wife, for someone to build a home with and build a family with. But we got a bunch in our community who are the real cause of this type of activity and behavior against our own people, this type of culture that our children have to grow up in. And that's all the black people who excuse it. Because they excuse it, this culture is allowed to prevail. Because they always have a reason why it's somebody else's fault other than the people who are doing these disturbing and disgusting actions. They'll come up with any reason to excuse them. What we need is the book thrown at these women. They need to spend a long time in the penitentiary. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These women need to stay. I don't care if they got kids. Their kids don't need to be around. Them being in the penitentiary will be a boon to their children. Of course, uh, that would be presuming they got somewhere decent to live. Of course, if they get thrown into the system and they get abused in the system and all that, yeah, that's a problem. But they were going to get abused at home anyway by these hyenas. And with that, I'm just trying to bring the understanding of the spotlight to the fact that we have this kind of thing going on that we're having to
Kids are so
communicate with our
expensive, Dad.
community, and it's a ridiculous thing. But we are supposed to, as men, just close our brain, close our mind, close our eye to this type of activity and accept whatever any black woman brings to the table. Black men are just supposed to accept it. We're supposed to be okay with it. We're not supposed to have anything to say about it. We are supposed to want to be with women who either act like this or who excuse this behavior and tell us this is a 10. This is a 10 right here, who a man should want to raise a child so she can do this to his child. It's disturbing and it's disgusting, and we do not have to accept it. So my advisement to men here is to keep your standards up, keep your standards high. You do not have to accept these women out here acting a fool, and you should not be listening to and believing all of the disgusting propaganda, the lie they keep telling about they're the most educated group in America. That's just factually falsifiable. It's a complete lie. Or that black women are somehow these paragons of virtue, or that women are sugar and spice and everything nice, and everything wrong is always the men. We do not have to listen to this. We should not give any air to this. We should rebuke this every time we hear it, and here's our evidences thereof. Before you get up out of here, once again, please consider liking, subscribing, helping me move through the algorithm. Definitely go ahead and turn that alert on so you make sure that you're getting those alerts directly to your phone. And you can come back here and check out the next video, Yobachi 2007. I'm out.